Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you for tuning for another episode of CSP, ladies and gentlemen. And today we have two very young guests who will be joining us, who are crypto traders. Yes, a big word for 14-year-old or 15-year-old boys, but I think that's the amazing part of it. And yeah, I think I will let them introduce themselves. So go ahead, guys.
Mhm. Yeah, so I'm Aditya. I'm a crypto trader at quite a young age. It's still not completely allowed to be a crypto trader at my age. So my area of expertise is swing trading.
Okay. Can you explain?
You want me to explain what swing trading is?
Yup.
Okay, so um, let's start with what a cryptocurrency is. A cryptocurrency is just a digital form of currency which runs on a blockchain. So it isn't controlled by a bank or government.
Okay.
So, so swing trading actually is buying into a cryptocurrency and shorting it. So you expect it to go up or down in a few days. So it's basically buying into a crypto based on what you look at the charts of the crypto and buying it when it's cheapest at the time. So generally, it returns huge profits in a very tiny amount of time, but it is also the riskiest form of crypto trading. So,
All right.
So high risk, high reward.
mhm.
And Rishabh, a tiny
Hello,
intro
my
for
name
yourself.
is Rishabh. Uh, Originally, Aditya introduced me to cryptocurrency, and I've been slightly assisting him and also learning about the process myself. Uh, in about as my 10th is going on, I fully can't learn about it and start. But after a few months or after maybe a year, I should be a full-fledged crypto trader.
Okay. That's good. So, how did you guys start trading?
Okay, well, I first started trading through my sister. Actually, she is over the age of 18, so so she can open a crypto account. I sort of learned from her and slowly started trading cryptos with caution, of course. And Rishabh, he's not exactly a crypto trader. He and me have this interest in the Bitcoin day trading. So day trading is basically okay. Cryptocurrencies fluctuate a lot. The value of it fluctuates very quickly. So the price of Bitcoin at 2 o'clock in the afternoon maybe like $100 different from the price at it at 8 o'clock in the night.
Yeah.
So so he used to help me scalp at which time exactly to buy, and that's what we both did, and that's how we started.
Okay. So he's more into the data analytics part of it.
Yeah, sort of.
Okay. All right.
So what are a few challenges that you faced when you first started off?
Okay, well, first starting out, it takes a very long time to completely learn it. Most people completely like swing for it, and they take like 2 weeks of training and then dump all their money and lose it. So if you want to really be smart about it, you need to take at least 2 to 3 months, like cautiously studying it before you put any actual money.
Okay. So, do your
Okay.
Yeah, that's
research
true.
before you get into the.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
And are there any specific, YouTube channels or courses that you would recommend people to take before trading?
Yeah, there are several YouTubers, but I think currently like the Wi-Fi Academy and the Real World, those two are really good courses for trading. And then, but another thing that helps you learn very quickly and very well are trading servers on Discord. So there are large groups of people all trading cryptos, and you can learn from each other's mistakes.
So it's like a community based thing.
Hmm.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, no. So you said that crypto fluctuates a lot. So I'm assuming because of the sheer size of the fluctuation, you're able to, well, lose a lot of money and gain a lot of money at the same time. So, what's a strategy that you use to maximize how much money you make during a single day?
Okay, the fluctuation matters mostly if you're a day trader. What a day trader does is like they look at the charts of a specific cryptocurrency very carefully. Like they inspect it perfectly to the millisecond, and then when they find the perfect time, they buy it. Um, if they continue charting and they look at the charts for longer and inspect very carefully, they can expect anywhere up from $500 to $5,000 just from a single trade. So what you should be doing is very carefully inspecting it, which takes a lot of time to learn. So before you put in any money into it, I don't think I can emphasize enough. You need to do your research.
Because a small mistake can make you lose a lot of money.
Yeah. And Rishabh, how did you get into what you do?
So, like 1.5 years back, a year back, Aditya told me about how he does it and how he's been learning. And
Okay.
at that point in time, I didn't know much, but I was also interested in it. So I asked him multiple times to show me how it is, and then I myself went and did a little bit of research.
Okay.
I'm still in the learning phase, so I just try to assist as much as I can.
Okay. All right.
Right. So, do you have days where you actually, um, well, I wouldn't say fail, but you aren't able to achieve the targets you set out for that day, and you actually tend to do
Yeah.
the reverse of what you actually do set out for? Because again, coming back to the whole part of it, fluctuating so much, sometimes say you, because what you said in the beginning, you buy the drop, and hypothetically you might have miscalculated, because humans do make mistakes, and that's not a problem. And say you expected the lowest to be 200 rupees. Again, this is a hypothetical example, but you actually miss out on, well, say it drops a little more and it goes to 150 or 100. So do you have certain days where that happens, and what do you do to recover from those days?
Oh yeah, I've definitely had many days like that. I've had much worse days to be in fact. Um, well, okay, since I'm a swing trader, generally a trade lasts about 2 to 3 days on average. Okay, sometimes you lose really badly on a trade, and yeah, it just happens. But it's all because of miscalculation. It's because you weren't very carefully charting. If you do the math right and you completely do it with complete focus, and you've done your research, then it shouldn't happen very often. But as humans, it happens to all of us, no matter how good you are.
Yeah, which I agree. Like, even experts and professionals who do have done this for many years, like yourself, uh, you would people tend to make mistakes, right? And it could take a major toll on you. But
Mhm.
what to remember is, and this is a lesson to everyone out there, don't don't give up, because there will be better days, and you always can pick yourself up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
true.
Also, what do you think will happen in the future, uh, as far as crypto goes? What do
Oh
you think?
yeah. So what I think is Bitcoin will definitely overtake all the currencies that we're using now, like the Indian rupee or the US dollar. Because
Okay.
Bitcoin, there's only a limited number of coins. There are only 21 million that are ever going to be in existence.
Yeah.
So there's no inflation. Like only about 19 are mined right now, so only 2 more million to get mined. But after that, there's never going to be an increase in the number of Bitcoin. Unlike the US dollar, which they're printing trillions and trillions, like
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
regularly now.
yeah, that's true. All
But
right.
that isn't the case for all cryptos. Let's say Ethereum, for example, which is the second largest cryptocurrency right now. Um, it doesn't have a cap. It's just like the US dollar. You can inflate it any amount you want.
Yeah. All right. Rishabh, what's your take on this? What do you think? As far as your knowledge goes, what do you think gonna happen?
I think that in the next 5 to 10 years,
Yeah.
that it'll become more mainstream,
Okay. So,
and I feel like way more people who will start learning about it will actually be interested.
so yeah, go ahead.
So, so you said that it's going to be mainstream. What do you think is the reason right now for people who are, I wouldn't say looking down on crypto, but who have a have disliking towards it and continuously say that it's not the future, it'll cause more problems than it'll benefit society. And so, why do you think they're saying that, and what's wrong with their statement?
Wait, can I answer for him?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yes, yes. Any of you.
Yeah. So for everyone who looks down at crypto, I mean, yes, cryptocurrencies do have its own flaws, but so does every currency. It's still going to be better than any currency that we're currently using. Like, let's say the Indian rupee or the US dollar, there's always the chance of black money, there's always inflation, and there are so many more problems. But whereas cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin have a cap, and they're not handled by a government or bank, they're handled on blockchain technologies, and,
Okay.
and they're much more secure. So it's very transparent, all the trades that you make using it. Let's say in 5 to 10 years, instead of paying $10 for your groceries, you're gonna be paying a certain amount of Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel
So
like
that's what could happen.
So like
yeah,
you know how credit cards and now even UPI in
Mhm.
India have replaced banknotes. You think
Yeah, exactly.
crypto could replace credit cards and UPI? Or
I
Definitely.
feel like I
yeah, go ahead.
feel like people need more time to like adjust and trust that
Yeah,
it'll work.
yeah,
I
that's
feel
true.
like people are still a little bit frightened by the fact that they could lose all their money in an instant.
Yeah.
Right. I think I have a tiny question to what Aditya said when he said that because there is no government intervention, there is, of course, a lot of possibility to make lots of money. But do you not think that at the same time, the entire market could fail due to a lack of government intervention?
Yeah, see, that's where most people get it wrong. That's not how cryptocurrency works. It's handled by a certain group of people, like a government, but it's all participants of a network. You can get into the network by paying
Yep, I think Moksh, you're on mute. I think we got a little off track because Moksh got disconnected, but no worries. We're back.
Mhm.
And yeah, no, I think I don't know how I haven't asked this question yet, but how does one start into trading and how did you start? Because as you said in the beginning, that well, in the West, it's much more open, I'd say, and there are more facilities to actually start trading. Whereas
Yeah.
in the East or India specifically, there aren't many facilities or apps to actually start trading. So, how would you start off, or what advice would you give people who are
Okay.
interested in investing in crypto?
Okay. Currently, the draft of 2021, the crypto draft, it's restricted. It's caused a lot of restrictions in India, which like, so everyone who wants to start crypto trading in India has to be over the age of 18, or they need an account of someone who's over 18. Like, there are still many apps that you can use in India, like Binance, and there are so many more. But how exactly do you start into crypto trading and how do you learn it? Is you find a crypto trader or you learn from someone who already knows it. It's like learning boxing or anything else. You can't just read books or punch a wall to figure it out. You need to learn it from somebody else.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So what's the exact steps you would take? Say today, I wake up and I say, I want to become a crypto trader, and I have done all my research, again, hypothetically, and now you
Okay.
need to put all your thoughts into action. So what app would you download? And then from then, how would you take it?
Okay, if I was the age over the age of 18, then I would download Binance, which is probably one of the best apps. But you use Binance for trading. It's to actually handle your crypto wallet, buy cryptos and sell cryptos. What you should be using for inspecting your cryptos and charting is TradingView, which is much better. Um, so there are two ways you can go about it. If you have a lot of money and you're willing to risk it, and you're not exactly willing, like you don't exactly want to make money from crypto, you're just using it as an investment kind of thing. You can use AI charters, but even the best ones which are paid are like only 75% of the times they're right. If you're willing, like if you have the time, effort, and the research, you can start doing it manually, which is on like 90% right if you're if you're good. So I would download Binance and TradingView, start charting, and depends on what type of trader you want to be.
Okay.
Well,
So
see,
yeah.
yeah, go on.
Okay. So you was talking about AI. So just a little follow-up question. How accurate is AI in terms of predicting where the chart's gonna go?
Mhm. Yeah, AI charting systems, I mean, they're getting improved day by day. But as of now, even the best ones are generally slightly paid, like $50 a month. You should get a pretty good AI charting system. And on average, they're about 75% of the time right.
Okay.
So would you trust it, or would you rather go with your own mind and your own calculations?
Okay. But me personally, I'm looking to make money from cryptocurrencies. I'm not using it as an investment thing. So
Okay,
I would not trust AI. Well,
of
that's
course.
only as of
And
now. In a few
right,
years, it could improve and even beat humans, actually.
right.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're seeing already as a current
Yeah.
trend of the world. But yeah, follow-up question. As you said, you're looking to make money from crypto. Would you be open to sharing how much you made totally, or a rough figure at least?
Okay, before I get into that, your profits and your capital to start are completely based on what type of trader you're going to be. Okay, there are
Okay,
mainly four types of ways you can make money from cryptocurrencies. First, there is arbitrage. So, let's say a certain cryptocurrency, let's say Bitcoin, the value of it can change from country to country. So, the US to China to India, anywhere else. So, buying it from a place where it's cheap and selling it where it's expensive is called crypto arbitrage. That's a quite rare method. The more common method is buy long and yeah, store. So buy and longing cryptos is basically buying into a crypto, holding it for a certain amount of time, and then hoping it'll go up and selling it.
Okay.
That's the most popular way of making money. Then day trading, I think I've already explained this, and same thing with swing trading. Swing trading is it's actually one of the less popular ones, but they have the highest profits and highest risk.
Why don't you think more people get into swing trading? Is there something that restricts people from getting into that?
Actually, there isn't a lot restricting. You don't need a lot of capital, but if like it's very easy to lose there. You need to do a lot of research, and you need to be very careful if you actually want to win. So it's much easier
um,
to lose. Like if you lose, you're gonna lose badly. But
Okay.
if you get the tiny win, it's pretty big.
All right.
yeah. So you said you require very little capital to start. So what's the capital that you started with?
Okay, okay, I first started with about 500 rupees, which is which is very low for right now. I started about 1.5 years ago, or like 2 years ago almost. Back then, okay, even now we have these things called altcoins and Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is the main
Yeah,
cryptocurrency, and altcoins are every other cryptocurrency. In altcoins,
right.
we have a tiny group of coins called penny cryptos. So those cryptos are like those cryptos are very cheap. You can get 10 of those cryptos for like 15 cents.
Um,
So
Slight
I
comparison. Correct me if I'm wrong here. So, would you compare uh penny coins to penny stocks, and say Bitcoin is like a big company listed in the stock exchange, like a blue chip,
okay,
sorry, a
I wouldn't
white chip
compare
company, and a
Bitcoin
blue
to a
chip would
big
be
company, but yeah, penny
okay.
cryptos are quite similar to penny stocks.
Okay,
So there's a
right.
very small percentage of penny cryptos that actually have potential. So yeah, you need to be quite careful. So that's why I needed such a little capital amount.
Okay.
And then now I'm assuming that because you made such high returns from the penny coins, you started investing into the Bitcoins like Ethereum and Bitcoin and Solana.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't exactly make money from Ethereum and Bitcoins and cryptocurrencies like that. But there is one way to make money off of Bitcoin. Okay, there's this thing called a Bitcoin halvening event. Okay, it's not my area of expertise. It's actually Rishabh's. So maybe he'd like to talk about.
Can you explain that, Chris?
Yeah. So a Bitcoin halving event occurs when the reward for mining Bitcoin transactions is cut in half. So the halving reduces the rate at which new coins are created and thus lowers the available amount of new supply. So the next Bitcoin halving event is predicted to be on 15th of April 2024.
Yeah.
And the halving event will go on till the limit of 21 million coins have been
How,
reached.
how often does this?
Bitcoin halving event occurs approximately every 4 years.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, coming back to the same question. So, how much money have you made off the $500? Sorry, the 500 rupee investment that you made.
Okay, well, I didn't make this all in a single trade, but until
Right.
date, I've made um about 11K dollars, which
Oh
is
wow,
yeah.
dollars.
That's crazy.
That's really good.
Yeah. That's what, if my calculations are right, 8
It
L.
like,
It's a
Yeah.
Yeah,
little more.
that's about 8,80,000.
Yeah.
oh wow,
Yeah.
Wow. I think that's amazing.
that's
Mhm.
Congratulations.
hats off to you.
Yeah, I think for a relatively younger person to make so much money through crypto, I think is amazing and is really
Mhm.
inspiring for someone who is older. And I think this just
Mhm.
really wants me to get into crypto more.
Mhm.
And yeah, so of course, when you do make such big amounts, are you the type of person to reinvest everything back into investing, or of course, do you have your fun and spend a little? And if you do, what do you
Oh,
spend on?
oh no. I'm still quite young, and I kind of okay. I wouldn't spend all of it. I actually barely spend any. Okay, like Rishabh said, the Bitcoin halving event is coming soon. Well, not exactly soon. It's in like another 8 months, I think. That is a chance to make a ton of money. So if you keep a sum of money in Bitcoin, which is slowly going up, and during the halving event, it'll spike really high. Yeah, that's a very good opportunity to make money. So that's where I hold most of my money. The rest, I don't really spend it. I try and invest most of it back quite safely because I don't know. I'm not sure. I think when I'm closer to 17 or 18, I should have a large sum of money, and then I can buy a house or retire my parents or things like that.
Yeah.
I
So
think that's a really
how do you
emotional.
prepare for the event? The
Um, Okay, okay, don't completely dump all your money into Bitcoin, but
Okay.
if you're thinking about investing somewhere in the crypto or stock market or NFTs, actually, Bitcoin halving event is one of the major events where it's a very safe opportunity to make money.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. So you said you made, uh, $11K. Is track the amount of transactions that you make? Like, do you track like, okay, this is one transaction I made, and I'm gonna make another now?
No, there have been so many trades and transactions I can't count.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay, if
because
I
you
was
said
to give
the.
a rough approximate, I would say about 150 to 160 trades until now.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so, would you say that each trade is like you make the same amount of money on each, or are there some trades where you like shoot up, make a lot of money, and then it again drops, and you're again making small margins, but you're still making money, or how does that work?
Okay, well, in swing trading, it's you either win big or lose big. So
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, you have your bad days quite often, but generally, when you make a mistake or like you have a bad day or you lose a trade, you remember the mistake. Like while charting, there are like 100 processes. So where exactly you made the mistake? Let's say during you didn't inspect the bear or one of the candlesticks that you missed. Like there are so many things, so many tiny processes in charting. So once you make a mistake right there in one of the processes, you will never make that mistake again.
Yeah, and you said that in swing trading you either win big or you lose big. So what's the most you've made in a single trade, and what's the least, or what's the most you lost in a single trade?
Okay. I've put about 20,000 rupees in a single trade once, and I lost about 17,000. Yeah, that was
Oh,
a horrible, horrible trade. Yeah, those were some dark days. But once I've put, I think, 27K INR, and I've made about 82 to 85K in a single trade.
that's amazing. I think
Yeah,
the fact that you have, at least if you're comparing the margins itself, you said you put in 20K and you lost 17 of it, whereas
yeah.
when you did put in again to 20K, you made 80,000. So I think that just shows you that even if you do have a bad day, there are good days to come, and you can actually do really well in those. And I'm assuming those are what uh, keep you going and keep you motivated during the tough times.
Okay, yeah, this is a huge topic to cover actually. It's generally not just a bad day or a bad trade, okay? It's generally a series. Like you lose a lot of money in a week or 2 weeks or like even longer. Yeah, I've lost about 45K in a single week. But in like the next 3 weeks, I made over 1.5 lakhs. So yeah, you need to keep going. Like
Was it tough to
even though
keep
it
up?
was an entire week, yeah, it was an entire week of just crying and struggling. And then I didn't sleep at all for like the next 2 3 days, and I kept charting, and then I won really big.
Yeah, and of course, since you are still in school, how do you balance it out? So, what's your daily routine in terms of trading, going to school, studying, and of course, since I know you, you also take a lot of time to go to the gym. So, how do you balance your entire life out? So, what's your daily routine?
Yeah, it's really difficult to find time to chart during your day. Well, especially in 10th grade, actually. Well, last year it was a lot easier for me. In ninth grade, you don't really have a lot of studying to do. So I generally, okay, currently, which is this is the busiest I've ever been in my life. I wake up in the morning, I meditate, and I immediately get ready for school. Uh, as soon as I get back, I try and hit the gym, and when I get back from that, I study until whatever time I have dinner, which is 8:30ish. And then after that, I should be done by 9 o'clock, and I trade till 12 o'clock, and it's fine. I wake up at 7 a.m. anyway, so I get enough sleep. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good schedule for now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's a
mean, I think
bad day.
the
When do
fact
you
that
find times when do you find time to just relax, let yourself go for a bit?
Yeah, this is something I do not understand. I get very bored when I'm relaxed. Well, I didn't understand this before I started working. So before,
Okay.
like 1.5 or 2 years ago, if I try to learn or try to work or try to chart or something, I feel like I would need a break, or sometime I would need to go play or enjoy a little bit. But now I think I've pushed myself so hard that even this seems enjoyable.
Yeah,
When you
that's
take the break, you
I think
feel
you
a bit dull.
that's yeah.
yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, I think that's a wonderful mindset to have, the fact that you're actually enjoying your work so much, because I think in this day and age, where people are actually struggling to find joy in their work, and they actually uh, tend to find the weekends to relax and enjoy,
Yeah,
where it's basically an escape from reality. Whereas the moment you think of the job that you're doing as a problem, I think that's where the
mhm.
entire problem starts. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, you're
Yeah,
not going to be satisfied ever. And I think the fact that you actually enjoy working, especially on yourself, because you also go to the gym. And I think someone who at least tries to go to the gym as much as he can, I can tell you too that going to the gym is actually such a good break, especially
yeah, it really
mentally and of
is.
course physically too. So I think whatever you're doing really well. Congrats on that.
Yeah.
Keep it up, and I think, uh, yeah, man, we just wish you the best of luck. I think we're coming to an end to the podcast. It's been amazing having you on. It's been amazing to know so much about this. And yeah, I think if I could end it by asking one last question, of course. So right now, you're only into the crypto aspect of it. Do you ever see yourself investing into real estate, or do you see yourself investing into stocks, or even the NFT market?
Okay, well, mostly people see like 4 to 5 ways of making money or like through investments. So real estate, gold or silver, and crypto stocks and NFTs. NFTs and NFTs aren't really my area of expertise. They're a little tricky. Stocks is it's a little less predictable, only slightly. But if you know your way around it, it's just as easy as crypto. But I don't see myself making any money in stocks because it's very slow.
Yeah, that I completely agree with, because I think the fact that there's so much risk involved in trading crypto, that also, like, indirectly guarantees that you'll make so much more money. Whereas with
Mhm.
stocks, and of course, since this entire stock market is regulated by the government, there aren't
Yeah,
that many returns you can make in comparison to crypto. Of
yeah,
course, I know I
exactly.
said this was the last question, but to end on a good note, where do you see yourself in the next few years?
Yeah, this is for both of
Do you
you.
plan on starting your own business? Yeah, of course,
I
for the two of
mean,
you.
optimally, I would try to start a cryptocurrency firm kind of. So I would like to have a group of traders who all trade together. And okay, so I think day trading is a really good way of making money, like quick money. I'm not skilled enough to do it yet, but if you have a large group of people, it's a very good way to make money quickly. So if you have if I make a firm doing that, I shouldn't need to work for more than 2 hours a day and still live a millionaire lifestyle. So that's where I see myself.
All right.
So financial independence is the end goal, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And Rishabh?
Okay,
Uh,
and you, Rishabh, is that the same goal?
it's quite a similar goal, but not the exact same. I would also want to start investing and trading in cryptocurrency, and if I can become as successful as Aditya, I would like to join him. But if by
Mhm.
chance that does not is not my thing, uh, I would want to start my own business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Superb. I think that's a wonderful note to end on. Thank you, gentlemen. It was a
Yeah.
pleasure having you on.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. I'm assuming Moksha enjoyed it,
I
and I'm
did.
2000% sure that every person watching this enjoyed it too. Um, and yeah, best of luck for all your future trades and any other future endeavor. Thank you guys for watching. We really hope you enjoyed. It was really informative. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Insta. We'll tag both their accounts too. So give them a follow too. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
And if we don't see you again,
Thanks for
good
having me.
evening.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.